adding tooltip to a cell. So tooltip is nothing but specifying extra information about something. Now let us assume that this is a form that you want a list of users to enter this and send it back to you. Now the task here is you can send this particular form to all the users, and there will be some users that will not be able to understand which phone number they have to enter, right? Because we'll be having a primary contact or even a secondary contact in that case. So in those cases, so whenever you create something like a form or a template that you want a user to use it, so the best way to give an extra information like which address they have to enter, which phone number they have to enter, which email ID they have to enter, you can use something called as a tooltip in Excel. Now, as I said, tooltip is nothing but adding an extra information or showing an extra information. Now, there are two methods that you can use to show a tooltip on a cell in Excel. The first method is by adding a comment. So what I'll do is I'll go to B10 cell here. If you can see, I'm in the B10 cell. I'll go to review. I'll click on new comment. Here I'll say add your name, or let's say add your full name, right? Let's say add your full name. So now you can see there is a new icon that's been displayed on B10 cell. It's in purple color. Now whenever anyone hover over this particular cell, now if I see I am here, and if I hover over this particular cell on B10, it says add your full name. So this is nothing but a tooltip where we are just giving an extra information for users to understand what is this column about. So what we are expecting from the users is to add their full name. Now there is one more method that you can use to add a comment, add a tooltip. So that is using a data validation. So what I'll do is I'll come to D10 cell. Now click on data, go to data validation. Now come to the input message tab here and make sure that this is checked, that is show input message when cell is selected. Make sure this is checked. Now come to the title, I'll just say description, add a colon. Now here input I'll say enter either your primary or secondary contact number. Okay. Now if you see, unlike the first method, right, whenever you hover over this particular cell, you will not be able to see the tooltip, but whenever anyone clicks on this particular cell, then they'll be able to see an extra information that is called as tooltip in this case. So here it says description, enter either your primary or secondary contact number. Now these are the two ways that you can add a tooltip to a cell. So what I would suggest is going for the second method, as this takes a very less space of showing your tooltip, whereas in the first method it takes up a pretty large amount of space, right? If you can see this is almost covering your 3 columns, whereas the second method, when you use a data validation, this takes up very limited space to show your tooltip. Thank you.